to the channel, you guys. I appreciate you clicking this video tonight or whenever you decided to. This right here is Monday Madness. Monday Madness coming from your boy UV the Great. Okay, we got a SPY macro breakdown. We also have the COT report. Remember, I told you in the last video, the previous video, that I would talk about the COT report. Well, I'm going to give a little bit of insight to that. But I promise I won't keep you long. And as well as options mindset. We got a very, very detailed video for you tonight. Some juicy information. So if I were you, I would stick around because tonight is going to be one of the greatest videos you ever seen. And I want you to be prepared, all right, for the week ahead. I want you to be prepared for the volatility that we're even facing right now while we are waiting for the market to open in the aftermarket, okay? And when I say volatility, for those who are listening for the first time, that word volatility means a lot of price swings on your favorite stocks, back and forth, up and down. It's not stable, all right? Volatility. And for day traders, we like that, okay? We love that. Now, right in front of you, you have my book. This is The Power of Paytience. I wanted to quickly plug that in. This guide, this book right here for options, it took years, 10,000 hours of screen time and experience and personal development and mentorship, right? I paid for my education to learn, and I lost a whole lot of money in this game, and so I am probably one of the best people to teach you, and soon you'll understand that. And this book was wrote with the average person in mind, to be able to turn discipline into income and to be able to not have any excuse and to make this about process and personal development, because the money is only a byproduct of the process, all right? And so this is about development, okay? Because when you're with the unique trading group, that's when mindset and strategy meet and you get to print money. You understand? It's about discipline. This is what this game is about. And this book right here is detailed and instilled with and ingrained with these sort of mindset qualities that it take, okay? But only you can take that leap. Only you can practice. Only you can paper trade and try these things and get lost in the information and take heed and understand that this is not about making money. This is not about being right or wrong. If you want to learn how to trade, you must learn the system in the world around you. And what better way to do that than to have somebody like Coach UV on your side. All right, so, all right, listen, guys. This is another episode, Monday Madness, all right? And this book in front of you, the link is below in the description. And you should check it out. And you'll be very happy that you've done so. I would say so myself, all right? So, retail is really bugging out. Institutions, they're stacking up slightly. The markets are really, really shaky. And so we're going to be breaking down some real levels, the real psychology and the real moves that set you apart this week. If you want to stop guessing and you want to start positioning yourself like the pros, then this video is for you. All right. Now, bear with me as I navigate the screen. Right. We're gonna go to SPY. All right in front of you, you have the SPY. Okay, we have the fear and greed index sitting at about 4. You guys see it. All right. Right now, as we are speaking, the SPY is it has dropped to 482. All right, 482 is where we are on SPY. And then we quickly bounce all the way back up to 490, all right? And so tomorrow we got to be really, really patient, and I have some numbers for you, all right? Because I don't think this is a really, really good time to be trying to load up on puts, all right? We need confirmation of levels to be broke, okay? And it's a lot of volatility, so we got to be precise, all right? And right now is a really bad time to just be hopping over, all right? I want to talk about the put and call ratio. Real quickly, this is a market eternal for my seasoned and beginners, all right? The PCE is the put call ratio, and it tells me how many people are buying puts in the market, meaning SPY. Of course, this isn't SPY, this is PCE. It's a market eternal. And if I see a high put to call ratio, that means that a lot of people are buying puts, okay? At a time where And I've seen this before. I'm telling you guys, listen, this makes me want to buy the market, because when this is so high and the sentiment and the momentum switch has changed so rapidly, right? With a fear and greed index so low, and with institutions buying on the COT report, this is a recipe for good gains if you could be on the right side of the market. I'm telling you, there are going to be people who are going to try to buy really low right at the time when the market's finding a bottom, right? People are taking their profits from selling. Yes, if you're new to the channel, if the market falls, you can make money from the market drop. All right. And so let's go to SPY. We got a 30-minute strategy. All right. I got some levels for from the 4 hour, but if you want to be a day trader, you want to make some good money tomorrow and the rest of this week, these levels are going to apply. This is Monday's madness. All right. Are you ready? All right. So you see what we have in front of us, right? I'm going to make this a little bit more visible so you can see. This is a 30-minute chart on SPY, all right? We're going to see where the SPY is at, right? This is trading view, so you're not going to see the correct price, all right? So I'm right now looking at SPY. We are at 490.60, okay? 490.60. Where's that on this chart? All right, right here, 490.60, all right? Let's put us a green line of 490.60. All right, 490. We'll do 66. That's close enough, right? So now we got us a buy zone. All right. This is where, I'm sorry, not a buy zone. We just have a level. Okay, 490. Okay. Now, come next week. Okay, and you can't see price down here. All right, you can't see it down there right now. Okay, but price is down here at 490 right now. Okay, this would be the line in the sand. Okay, 490.66. If price gets below 490.66, I want to be looking to the downside. You understand? That's the most logical explanation for the downside. You want to check the market eternals like the TOT for confirmation. All right, the TOT is a market that you can use. It's a ETF, the 20+ year treasury bond. All right, and it works in the opposite with the SPY. Now I know I have a bunch of lines on my chart. I'm going to take this off. Okay, and we're going to go down to the 1 hour so you can just see a clearer picture. All right, I want to watch for a flush on the TOT market. I want to watch for a flush on the higher time frames, hour, 4 hour. I want to watch SPY at the same time this is happening. All right, we have an upward channel here. We have a rejection below the 21. Okay, we have a gap to fill here, right in between here. All right, so I'm looking for the market to maybe come and fill this. This is the TOT, and this would justify my rally. This is a market eternal. All right, this deals with interest rates. Okay, goes off of the interest rates and recession fears. All right, you could do more research on that, but this wasn't what the video was about. Just wanted to show you why I'm that way. We have also, like I said, the PCE call ratio. All right, and here on SPY, okay, we have this 490 level. Okay, now doesn't mean that tomorrow we have the rally. I do see a rally happening. Oh, I see it, because the institutions have bought. The COT report has shown that. All right, but what I want to see is some continuation above certain levels. One of the levels that I want to see hold is 491.92. Again, 491.92. This is the 4 hour high, right? And so I want to watch the 4 hour for some more powerful trades, right? 4 hour is going to be my macro for my day trading scheme, and I'm going to use the smaller time frames like the 30-minute or even an hour, 15 or 5, just to get my entries and to find my exits as well. So 491.92 would be my first call trigger for calls, and I want to target 493.86. All right, 493.86 is where I want to target. All right, and that's where I want to secure profits. It's about a 2 to 3 risk to reward ratio. I will secure profits there and see what will happen at 493. We could get a retest back. To the downside. And if we do get a test back down to the downside and 490 becomes a wall, right? Like I said, I want to be targeting lower levels like 482 for a flush down to 482.94. That's for the downside. All right, and we'll go further on later down the week or a live video to see what happens with that. But this is all subjective. All right, I've been doing this for a while, so see price breaking down beneath certain levels. I want to be bearish to the downside and sell the market down. But if I see price go above certain levels, then I want to absolutely buy calls and bet the market up. And so we have to stay above 490. We have to stay above 495 to see continuation for the next day. All right. We also have some economic data. All right. We also have some economic data. And this data is important because it's going to affect price. It's absolutely going to affect price come next week. All right. Let's see what that data is together while we're watching. Man, I appreciate you guys sticking around, listening, and catching some good information. I know this could be a lot in one video, but I promise you that it's not as hard as it seems. And if you want to know more, you can check out my links below. All right, I go in detail on my Discord. All right, I want you guys to understand what's going on. I want you to be prepared. All right. So I have a beginner section for YouTube for you guys. So whoever's listening and want beginner type information, all right, because most of my content is for more immediate events. So just want to let you guys know that I want to keep that in mind, and I am thinking about you beginners out there. All right, don't worry. All right. So we have what do we have? Official cash rate on Tuesday. That cash rate is really going to mean something. It's going to show a whole lot. The cash rate is a red folder moment. Tomorrow we don't have any red star folder news. We do have the couple of things going on with the reserve market and retail sales in the morning. Other than that, we are pretty clear of red folder. And red star news, when I see Forex Factory, it gives me data, and this data affects the stock market. And the stock market moves a certain way depending on what that data is. Usually about unemployment or the GDP or like I said, unemployment claims, or how many people have jobs, or if there's recession fears, or if there's inflation fears. Do we have to rate hikes or decrease rates, interest rates? This is what these red folders are mostly about. And you have people who speak, right? That's part of the government or part of the FOMC, the Federal Trade Commission. I'm sorry, that might not be correct, but the FOMC. I don't want to mislead people. But this FOMC people who work for them, they speak, and it affects price. And usually these red folders mean it's going to be a lot of volatility, a lot of price swings. Like come Wednesday, Tuesday, 2 o'clock, buckle your seatbelts, guys. I know this is March Madness, but we're going to be doing a halftime show for Wednesday, and it's going to get real spicy. So I just wanted to show you this for the week, all right? We have some news and some data coming out that's going to affect price. Get familiar with forexfactory.com. Now here, back to SPY. If we can reclaim 493.86, the price where we're going to take profits at. Remember, we were going to buy calls at 491.92. That's the call trigger, 491.92, and we're going to take those calls up to 493.86. We're going to hold with patience, all right, and discipline. We know where we want to get out at, so that means that we are defining our exits, we are defining our risk, and we are defining our entries before we take this trade. All right, this is how you turn discipline into income. We are already prepping for the next day, and even though it's the time is or whatever you're at, or you decided to play this video and listen in on some levels of SPY, it'll all be better for you in the following days because you're prepared for what might happen. All right, and so if we can reclaim 493.86 right there after we secure profit, we want to react to see if it could hold. If we could get above 493 for the rest of the day, or even any time that we see momentum above 493.86 next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, all right, we are to monitor and try to take calls to 495. 495 will be the next area of interest, and of course, if that can hold, we leave some runners for 500. All right, now 510 is going to be a magnet. Like I said, we have to stay above 490. So tomorrow we are supposed to be watching 490 for a place of support on the SPY in this March Madness event. All right, got a little bit of Bitcoin I wanted to show you guys for those crypto fanatics out there. Bitcoin's been struggling, you know. Some of the cryptos have been selling off. Right now we have Bitcoin at about 78,000. making some bear structure, but who knows what we can see coming in the next couple of weeks, in the next couple of days, with things being at certain buy levels from before. All right, so that's what I have on Bitcoin. XRP, check out XRP. Got XRP, see what that's at around 191. These are at some really levels. These levels are very in particular, and if they do fail, we can see lower prices. Even when it comes to the SPY or the NASDAQ, we could see lower prices that may present a lot of opportunities. And so I'm not rushing to be bullish or bearish. I'm going to be playing a chart in front of me, understanding the market eternals, understanding the COT report, which is a report that comes out every week on Friday at 3:30 p.m. And then that data is shared, right, on a website, all right, the CFTC.com website, and they show you where non-commercials, commercials, and retailers are buying. These people are committed. They have to present their trades to this Commitment of Traders website, and you get to see who's moving the markets to move like the banks. And this is what the COT report is. It stands for Commitment of Traders. And this data comes out on Friday, and more data comes out on Tuesday of the following week. All right, and the data shows that the institutions are buying up 4 major ETFs. All right, they're buying them all up. They're buying all up. You know what I'm saying? And I see retailers getting trapped, trying to sell at the bottom, and it's just going to get really, really tricky. And that's why I made this video tonight, and I hope that you found it valuable, because we are going to have an interesting time come next week. I'm telling you, I feel it. I feel what they call a automatic rally to certain levels, and once we hit those levels, boy oh boy, 500 and above, we have some magnet numbers up to the upside. 518 being a very powerful number as we move our way up and work our way up, whenever they may be. 518 on SPY is something that I'm willing to bet money on, that we are going to explode to the upside if and when we get back there in a time frame where we can get past some of these quarterly earnings that are coming up. Because now we know, all right, the Trump information is to the side, right? We already know that it's going to be permanent tariffs. So at this point, this is all a game, and we got to learn how to play the game. We have to stop letting these folks take our money. Next week was going to present a lot of opportunity. Also, it's going to present a lot of opportunity for those who want to think about long-term and buying leaps and DCAing into some of these stocks, dollar cost averaging. All right, there's money to be made in these markets, all right, and we got to be prepared. We don't want to be left on the other side trying to chase, all right. We want to know our levels. We want to know what we're looking at. If you want to trade live with me, all right, check out the link below, all right. Join the Discord, all right. This is a thriving community where mindset meets strategy, all right. Trade harder? Nah, we're going to trade smarter, all right, and we're going to learn to manage emotions and manage of this money a little bit better, okay, going forth. All right, if you found this video at all valuable, do me a favor, hit the like button, all right, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell so that you're notified when I drop valuable videos like this, all right, and stay tuned. And until the next time, peace.